It's time for our next big adventure.
We are driving the Pacific Coast Highway, starting in Malibu and making our way north.
So join us as we explore the beautiful coastline of California on this epic road trip.
Good morning from beautiful, actually sunny, although it's still a little foggy out there, fun and quirky Santa Cruz.
So we've started our morning off here at Seacliff State Beach. There's a certain thing that we want to show you. Now, this is not a shipwreck, and it has a really interesting story. So behind us is the SS Palo Alto, and it started its life as a tanker ship in World War I, and it has a concrete hull. So it didn't serve for very long, and it eventually got kind of passed around between companies until one company from Nevada bought it and said, hey, this would be a great dining slash dancing slash fishing place, and this pier was built to actually reach the ship.
That's a lot of information. Good job. I didn't research this one, Jed did.
So in 2017, it's remained dormant for years and years and years, and just kind of sat there. In 2017, a storm came through, kind of broke the ship up a little bit and flipped it on its side. So now it just acts as kind of a artificial reef slash bird sanctuary.
So you actually can't get too close to it. So the pier that goes out to it runs right up to where the ship is, but you can only go on a small portion of the boat, and the back portion of the pier is kind of turned into more of...
You can't go on the boat.
Did I say boat?
Yeah.
Backside of the pier.
I mean, anything's possible if you're motivated enough. If you want to go out there, then give it a shot. Let us know in the comments how that went, because holy cow.
All right, so you can only go to the front side of the pier. You can't go to the very back end, and that's kind of turned into a habitat for a lot of birds as well there on the end, but it's still really cool to see.
We've said goodbye to our little shipwreck, well, not so little shipwreck, and made our way to another quaint little beach town.
So next up today for us is Capitola Beach, and this place is really, really beautiful. I actually remember seeing some photos of it a while back, and I put it on our list, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then as I was looking at the map of the Santa Cruz area, I realized that it's here in the Santa Cruz area. Really excited to explore this little beach. It's absolutely gorgeous.
We're currently on the old wharf. Vehicles can drive on this. We had a car drive by not too long ago, and it shakes the entire wharf, so it's
a little scary.
A little scary.
I think it's safe though. I think it's safe.
Well, it didn't fall, so I mean, that's a plus.
That is a plus. Anyway, now that we've explored this cool little wharf, we are going to go grab something to eat. We looked up some reviews of places in the area, and there is a little deli called Reef Dog Deli that has really high reviews and is supposed to be absolutely amazing. So let's get some lunch. Now, we have had some really good food so far on our Pacific Coast Highway trip, but today's lunch decision was one of the best decisions I think we could have made.
This place is absolutely incredible. So the owner, Anthony, actually makes his own pastrami, brines it, smokes it, and that's what I had was the pastrami sandwich. Holy cow.
Yeah, I had a little bite.
Knocked it out of the park. That was absolutely delicious.
And then I can't remember the name of the sandwich I had, but it was basically a seafood sandwich. It had halibut on it. He literally had the fish in the kitchen and was cutting pieces of the halibut off of it. It's so fresh, caught this morning. Absolutely delicious sandwich.
When you visit this area, highly recommend eating here.
This is one you don't want to miss. Put it on your list. But this is actually kind of what got my attention when I saw pictures of it. And I actually thought that these were like little shops and stuff like that, but turns out it's actually like a hotel. So it's called the Venetian, but it's absolutely beautiful and I want to stay there. It's very colorful, very beachy looking. It's so beautiful.
You know what was beautiful?
What?
That pastrami sandwich I had.
It was pretty beautiful. Go look at that again. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we have all been waiting for.
I've always wanted to come to this place since I was a kid.
So we are at the Santa Cruz Beach and Boardwalk. This is probably one of the best boardwalks in the country. If you do disagree with us, make sure you leave a comment down below and tell us where the best boardwalk in the country is.
Ocean City, Maryland.
And I'm sure Coney Island's going to come up there and like all kinds of places. But yeah, tell us your favorite boardwalk. But in the meantime, I'm really excited to get in here and see this place.
Not excited about the $40 parking charge though.
No, we were expecting expecting the parking lots here say that they charge 20. When we got here, because we're a longer van, they decided to charge us 40. Not much we can do about it because everything around here seems to charge for parking. $40 parking for a couple hours.
That's okay. We're not going to let it spoil our fun. Let's go see what this place has to offer. This creepy relic behind me is known as Laughing Sal. How come every place we go there's like these creepy mannequins or animatronics? I don't get it. This used to welcome visitors in San Francisco, but my version of the story is that this was so scary that they got rid of it to Santa Cruz Boardwalk for probably dirt cheap. They're like, here, take this haunted relic and you know, do whatever you want with it. That's what I think would happen. So it seems like there's a lot to do that 8-year-old me would absolutely love. They have rides, they have games. They also have haunted stuff, which 8-year-old Jed probably would not like. But going back to the reason why I've always wanted to come here, it's honestly because of the movie The Lost Boys. Yes, it's a 1980s horror flick. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but if you have, after you've watched this video, go download that movie and watch it because it's one of my favorite 80s horror movies of all times. And it was filmed in and around this area. Well, the majority of it was.
If the excitement of the pier isn't enough for you, which it is plenty to do and so much fun, there is an amazing beach right out here as well. So you could come hang out on the beach, come explore, go out to the beach, explore. Awesome.
Okay, so van, sweet van.
Yeah, it's hot out there today, y'all. It's like 75 degrees. We haven't been in 75 degrees weather in a while.
No, we haven't. That place is a lot of fun. Tons of rides, tons of food.
Games, you know, like haunted attractions. Anything that you pretty much want to do, like at a boardwalk, they've got it.
And if you're a big fan of the Lost Boys, then you should come check this place out. I believe the Little Dipper roller coaster is the actual roller coaster in the movie.
Not sure though.
No.
Don't hold us to that.
It is pretty old. I mean, the Lost Boys was released in 1987, so I believe that coaster was there.
Maybe even watch Lost Boys before you come here, and that way.
Yeah, it'd even be more. We didn't run into any vampires.
I think
though.
we're gonna have to watch Lost Boys again though.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Good morning, guys. So while we were in the Santa Cruz area, we decided that we would make a 45-minute detour off of the Pacific Coast Highway to visit a place that we have been wanting to visit very long time and has been on our bucket list for quite a while.
Yeah, 8-year-old Jed definitely approves. Welcome to the Winchester Mystery House.
So we are super excited to be exploring this place. It just looks amazing from the outside. The gardens are gorgeous. It's beautiful.
This house was constructed by Sarah Winchester, the wife of the famous Winchester rifle manufacturer. Her husband actually never lived in this house. He actually passed away of tuberculosis in Connecticut, never ever even came to this area. However, Sarah came out here kind of looking for a fresh start, and that's kind of where the mystery began. Spiritualism back in the day was really big. People tried to contact spirits. Some say that she moved out here to escape the spirits of those killed by her husband's rifles. Apparently that number was pretty significant. One of the Winchester rifles was actually known as one of the rifles that won the West.
So with that being said, the first thing we're going to do is go inside and take a tour of this beautiful mansion. Unfortunately, video is not allowed, so we will be taking pictures and then we'll come back out and we'll talk about the experience and hopefully be able to throw up some shots for you so you can kind of see what it looks like inside, but I think it's going to be really awesome.
Okay, we just got done with our tour. This place is amazing. Our tour guide Roxy was incredible. The one problem I have with the tour is that it's not really a problem, it's just the house itself, as willing as the tour guides are to share information, this house just keeps bringing up more and more questions. It's like as you walk through each room, the mystery deepens. Now, if you take a look behind me, on the second floor, there's a door called the Door to Nowhere. And one of the unique features about this house is that there's stairs that go nowhere. There's doors that you open and there's just a wall there. What lends credence to her escaping spirits is that Sarah designed most of this house herself.
A couple really astonishing facts about this place. There are 160 rooms. That is about an estimated 24,000 square feet in this house. There are 2,000 doors, 10,000 windows, of which many are beautiful, beautiful works of art in stained glass. There are 47 stairways and fireplaces, 17 chimneys, 13 bathrooms, and 6 kitchens.
Another unusual aspect of this house is Sarah's fascination with the number of 13. So at various points throughout the house, you'll notice there's, let's say, 13 rings holding up a curtain. There's 13 coat hooks. Have no idea what the number 13 meant to Sarah, but she definitely incorporated it into the design of the house. Now for the question is this place haunted? They have seen one particular individual, also known as the Wheelbarrow Man. He comes into this room wheeling a wheelbarrow. He's also been seen in the unfinished ballroom with the toolbox right next to the fireplace. Looking through history, they have no idea who this guy is, where he came from, or what he did, other than possibly a carpenter or a handyman of some sort.
So I think it's also worth noting that Sarah Winchester was a very generous woman.
She employed many, many people in this area, and she paid everyone that worked at her estate above average wages for the day.
In addition to that, she also made sure that they had a place to stay. She fed them their meals while they were here working. That brings about another theory of maybe why Sarah Winchester continued to build this house, other than the spirituality one, is perhaps she wanted to surround herself by other people. Maybe she wanted to, it wasn't a very affluent community here, so maybe she wanted to help the community that she lived in, is another possibility.
Yeah, maybe she just wanted to be surrounded by people. She had no real family to speak of. They did have one child, which died shortly weeks after birth, and the husband had passed away, and a few years after that, her sister had passed away. So she really didn't have anybody.
So, you know, you decide. Spirituality, a very eccentric woman, wanted to do all these things. And also, she loved architecture. Like, she just, like, was an avid follower. She, like, subscribed to magazines. She followed architecture. She loved trying all these new things. And there is some amazing architecture and beautiful wallpaper and all kinds of cool things in this house.
On the next episode of Wonderful Revolution, our Pacific Coast Highway adventure continues.
So be sure to show us a little bit of love by hitting that like button. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss this adventure, and we'll see you next time. And until then, stay wonderful.